Good morning students, I welcome you all for commerce class. Today we are going to discuss about a different chapter, that is chapter 7, cooperative organization, under unit 2, forms of business organization. So already I told you forms means what? Types of business organization. So far we have come across sole trader form of business organization, partnership form of business organization, HUF, and then joint stock company. So after joint stock company, another type of business organization is cooperative organization. So what is meant by cooperatives? We are going to see the meaning of that. A cooperative organization is a private business organization that is owned and controlled by the people who use its products, supplies, or services. This cooperative organization are formed by individuals who combine together as an association, as a group, as an horizontal coordination to achieve vertical integration in their business activities. This cooperative organization is very useful for promoting interests of many peoples. So farmers, producers, workers and consumers found that they could accomplish more collectively than they could individually. That means what? When a single person does a work, it will not be that much as effective. But when it has been done with a group, it will be very effective and it will be possible to complete the work as soon as possible. This cooperative form of organization began during the Industrial Revolution. At first, it was started in England only during the year 1844 by Robert Owen. He only formed this consumer cooperative society in England with 28 workers as members called Rockdale Society of Equitable Pioneers. That means Rockdale is a name, society is a cooperative society, Equitable Pioneers means the persons who can work very fast, very effectively with an equitable race, that is all are equal in that motive. So this gradually led to worldwide movement of organization. So it was started in England, then it is passed on to all the countries of the world. This slowly led as worldwide movement of organizing cooperatives in various fields of economic activity such as credit, farming, marketing, processing, housing, transport, insurance, fisheries, poultry, dairying, etc. So the main objective of cooperative movement was to bring solace and comfort to the needy persons by pursuing common economic interests through cooperative trading. So profit is not the main objective of cooperative societies. Next, we'll move on with definition of cooperative society. First definition is given by H. Calvert. He says cooperation is a form of organization in which persons voluntarily associate together as human beings on the basis of equality for the promotion of the economic interest of themselves. Let me give the meaning of this definition, students. It is an organization in which the persons, as we saw already, it was started by Rockdale Pioneers with 28 members. So the persons, the members, they are joining in this association. So it is a voluntary association. Voluntary means it is not compulsory. They join as human beings on the basis of equality. Equality means all are equal for the promotion of economic interest. So promotion means what? That is to regulate themselves in order for the better upliving of the organization and also of themselves, in order even to uplift themselves for their own benefit. Next, we shall move on with the next definition of cooperative society given by Sir Horace Plunkett. He tells cooperation is better farming, better business and better living. So cooperation means what? All together, working together. Okay, so it is better farming. It is better farming activity. It also gives better business activity and also it creates the living of the people to be better. Next, we shall move on with general principles of cooperation. Principles means rules. So first one is voluntary and open membership. So voluntary organization is a cooperative organization is open to all members, all people in order to use its services and willing to accept the responsibilities of membership without gender, social, racial, political or religious discrimination. So next we'll move on with democratic member control. Democracy means equal right. That is called as democratic. So our India also is a democratic country because all people are equal. Why this cooperative society is called as a democratic organization means the control is given to the members, those who buy the goods or use the services of the cooperatives or actively participate in setting policies and making decisions. Members' economic participation is the next principle. What is meant by economic participation? Economic itself related to money, so how much capital they are investing. That denotes members' economic participation. Members means who? Those who come and join in the cooperative society. So members contribute equally. So there is no discrimination in the contribution of capital. So they contribute equally to and democratically control the capital of the cooperatives. Rather than the capital invested by the members, they will not go according to the capital. Only thing how much ever they have invested the capital, all are equal. So next we'll move on with autonomy and independence. Autonomy means they are free without any control. Independence means also they are free. So as already you know, you have already heard about this, the colleges or autonomous colleges. So that means what? Those colleges alone will not come under the control of the university. Same way here, cooperatives are autonomous. This organization are only controlled by the members and not controlled by any outsiders. If the cooperative organization enter into agreement with the other organization, it raises capital from external sources only. It is done as based on terms that ensure democratic control by members and maintains the cooperative's autonomy. Next principle is education, training and information. So the cooperatives provide education and training for its members themselves and elect a representatives to act as managers and other employees so they can contribute effectively to the development of their cooperatives. So members also they are informed by the general public about the nature and benefits of cooperatives. Why they are informing about the general public means in order to make the public understand more about the cooperative societies and the benefit of the cooperatives. Next rule is cooperation among cooperatives. So all the cooperatives they work together, they combine together, they cooperate among themselves in order to make the members to serve the members more effectively and strengthen the cooperative movement by working together through local, national, regional and international structures. Next we'll move on with concern for community. So they're having certain care and concern for the community because they are focusing on members' needs. They work for the sustainable development of communities also through their policies and programs accepted by the members. Next, we'll move on with the features of cooperative societies. The first feature is voluntary membership. So, there is no compulsion in order to become the member of the society. Anytime they can leave the society after becoming its members. So, it is voluntary association. Next feature is equal rights. So, each one will have equal right in the society. Equal right to vote as well as they will have equal ownership in the society and also a shareholder can only vote one time. Next feature is democracy. Democracy also means the same, that is all are equal. So this principle of democracy is adopted while making the decisions. So the decisions of the majority is accepted. Next is honesty. Honesty also is a basic principle in the society. Since all members are equal, the selfish people cannot run the business of cooperative society. So they must be honest. Next we'll move on with mutual confidence. They must have confident on one another. So members of the society should trust each other and work like a team. So work with unity. Next, welfare of main objective. Welfare only is the main objective for them. What is meant by welfare? That is, they are providing the goods and services to all the members at a lower price, that is at a reasonable price. Next feature is cash payment. So only cash payment is made in the cooperative society. Credit is not accepted. Next is economy. The each and every member of the society should act honestly in using the capital of the society. They should not misuse the capital and always keep in view with the best interest of the society for the best development of the society. Next feature is distribution of profit. This profit of the cooperative society can be distributed among the members according to the act of the cooperatives. That is, 1/4 of the profit can be kept in reserve, then 10% of the profit can be used for providing facilities to the members. Next feature is self-service, and it is the last feature. It denotes all business activities are conducted by the members themselves. So all are the owners as well as all are the consumers. So self-service rule is employed in the organization. With this, we are completing with this part, students. That is, we have started with cooperative society and we have ended up with features of cooperatives. Thank you, students.